Hey there, welcome to Guided Angel Tarot. So today I decided to do another Sakura reading and I pulled three cards. The three cards that we've got today are the Song, the Thunder and the Lock. Let's look at the Song first and the meanings of this card. The Song is about expression, inner voice, truth that wants to be heard. It's something real trying to speak. Its symbolic meaning is the song represents the unique frequency of a person or moment. In Sakura, a song is not performance, it's authentic sound. It's about alignment between feeling and expression. This card often appears when something has been felt for a long time but not fully voiced. Words may have been swallowed, feelings softened to keep peace, truth edited for acceptance. The song asks for honesty, even if it trembles. In love or in no contact, someone wants to say what they really feel. There's emotion that hasn't found the right tone yet. Silence doesn't mean absence. It can mean searching for the right words. This card suggests that what's unspoken still exists. Its closest tarot equivalents could be the Page of Cups, emotional expression, the Knight of Cups, heartfelt message, Ace of Swords, gentle truth, spoken, Judgment, personal, finding your voice. Psychologically, being heard starts with hearing yourself clearly. When you stop editing your inner voice, the outer one follows. And as soon as I heard these words, the song that came to mind was one of my all-time favorite songs. It's a song by Emily Sandé called Read All About It. I will put the link to the song below. And when I looked at the imagery of the song, there is a female figure. She is singing, her head is turned to the side, and there is a purple bird flying just next to her head. And what's so strange for me personally is my granddaughter who passed gifted me these cards, and her colour is purple. And I feel that she always comes to me as a bird. So I really feel like she's guiding this message today. So let's move on to the next card. We've got the Thunder. The thunder we had yesterday, it's this sudden impact, it's emotional shock, it's a wake-up moment, it's energy that breaks stagnation, it's not gentle change. In Sakura, thunder is the moment you realize something can no longer stay the same. It cuts through numbness. Thunder often shows up when feelings have been suppressed for too long, when what was held back finally demands expression, anger, grief, desire, truth. It can feel overwhelming, but it's honest. In love or in no contact, it's a sudden realization hitting. It's something that's felt deeply after a long delay. It's silence breaking internally before it breaks externally. And this card shows up. It shows when emotions are waking up, even if no words are spoken yet. Sometimes thunder can happen inside before anything changes on the outside. Closest tarot equivalents might be the Tower, emotional, shock that brings truth. Ace of Wands, ignition, spark. Judgment, the initial call, the moment you hear it. The Five of Wands, inner, internal tension, finally noticed. Psychological truth, strong feelings don't disappear when ignored. They gather energy. Thunder is that energy announcing itself. So when this card appears, don't fear the noise. Listen to what it's pointing to, because after thunder, the air clears and something finally moves. Now, the third card we have today is the Lock. In its essence, the lock is protection, it's boundaries, it's emotional closure, it's what is sealed for a reason. It's not punishment, it's containment. And its symbolic meaning is when something is not meant to be accessed yet, or maybe at all. In Sakura, a lock is an act of care. It preserves what is sensitive, unfinished, or vulnerable. Not everything closed is denied. Some things are safeguarded. So this card often shows up after hurt or overwhelm. Feelings have been tucked away to survive. Trust has been limited to prevent further loss. The heart is resting. So the lock says, pause before reopening. In a love no contact situation, someone has emotionally shut a door to heal. Silence is a boundary, not indifference. Access is restricted until safety is felt again. So this isn't coldness, it's self-protection. Closest tarot equivalents would be the Four of Pentacles, emotional, holding in. The High Priestess, guarded, sacred privacy. The Justice card, boundary, limits. And maybe the Seven of Wands, quietly defending space. Psychologically, healthy locks prevent further damage. They're not walls, they are timed doors. So let's get into the tarot. Let's get some more clarity on the Sakura. The first card I pulled for clarity was Libra. And this is all about rest, restoration, recharging, reflection. And this is really what I'm getting from this reading. Let's get more clarity for the song. So remember, the song is that expression, that inner voice, the truth that wants to be heard. It's the unique frequency of you. It's not a performance, it's your authentic sound. It's aligning between your feelings and your expressions. You know, you may have swallowed your words or softened your feelings to keep the peace or edited the truth for acceptance. Let's get some clarity, please. Angels, guides, higher beings, clarity on the song. Clarity on the song, please. We have the Queen of Cups. So this Queen of Cups has softened her feelings to keep the peace. And a Queen of Cups is normally very good-natured. You know, she's the nurturer. She's calm, she's kind, she's good-natured. Tell me more about the Queen of Cups, please. We have a King of Swords. Interesting. So a King of Swords, this would speak of truth, clarity, communication. Perhaps tell me more about the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords. We've got the Nine of Coins. So this is comfort. Perhaps she would like to comfortably be able to communicate her feelings to the King of Swords. But he looks defensive. What's blocking this communication, please? What's blocking this communication? Giving and sharing equally. Okay, let's move on to the Thunder for now. So the Thunder, remember, is sudden impact, a wake-up moment, energy that breaks stagnation. So it's some kind of action or realization that something cannot stay the same. It cuts through the numbness. Shows up when feelings have been suppressed for too long. Thunder, let's get clarity, please. Angels, guides, higher beings. Clarity on the Thunder card for the viewer. Clarity on the Thunder card for the viewer, please. Angels, guides, higher beings. Clarity on the Thunder. The Fool. So a sudden realization followed by a leap of faith. That's interesting. Tell me more, please. Can you give me some more info on the Fool and the Thunder? A decision has been made. Two of Cups. Uranus energy, Cancer energy. So this could be a Cancer. And Uranus. Let's see, 1 second. Let's do Planet of Uranus in a love reading, because I feel that this is a love reading. Planet of Uranus in a love reading. It's the planet of sudden change. Wow. And that's on top of thunder. So sudden change, sudden awakening. Uranus is the unexpected. So something unexpected is going to happen suddenly. It's a breakthrough. And it says the need to be authentic, not obedient. Uranus doesn't negotiate, it liberates. Uranus often explains why things change suddenly. Abrupt silence, unexpected breakup, on-off dynamics, behavior that felt out of character. It's not always about loss, it's about breaking a pattern. What Uranus wants: trust without politeness, connection that allows individuality. Wow. I'm just checking something else. 1 second. Let's get some more clarity on the lock. Actually, going back to the Two of Cups, this could be mutual feeling. It could be choosing a connection. It could be equal exchange. It could be two people meeting in the middle. The Two of Cups shows reciprocity. I can never say that word. It's not longing, it's not chasing, it's not one-sided effort. So we had, with the song, we had this blockage, didn't we, of giving it equal give and take. But we're moving into, with the thunder, we're moving into not one-sided effort. It's the moment that both say yes, openly or silently. This card reflects the Two of Cups, reflects recognition, emotional honesty, feeling seen and seeing the other. It's about alignment. So let's get into the lock and get clarity on the lock. The lock is about protection, boundaries, emotionally what is sealed for a reason. So remember, the lock appears when something is not meant to be accessed yet. Perhaps not at all, but it's an act of care. It preserves what's sensitive, unfinished, or vulnerable. It's something safeguarded, feelings tucked away to survive, trust limited to prevent further loss. The heart resting. So let's get clarity on the heart resting. Self-protection. Yeah, we've got 10 of Wands. Wanting to drop a heavy burden. So somebody has been protecting themselves. You know, the heart's been resting, safeguarding, restricting access until safety is felt again. But perhaps now they want to release this and drop the heavy burden of holding everything in. See, let's get clarity. Yeah, we've got the 5 of Swords. So the Five of Swords is like this, could be self-sabotage. But it could also be that this person wants to drop the heavy burden of the conflict because it's not worth it for them. And perhaps there was some kind of conflict, there was some kind of disagreement, but the victory hasn't been worth the price. And perhaps this led to somebody locking, you know, their feelings in behind a closed door, but now wanting to find their song, their voice, due to sudden realization and wanting to drop this heavy burden. Because the Five of Swords is conflict with a cost. You know, it's winning but losing. It's emotional damage, it's power struggles. It's was it worth it? Let's get some more clarity on the lock, please. Actually, I want to get some clarity first on moving forward. Let's get the energy moving forward. No, I'm going to go to the Queen. Let's go to the Queen and the King of Swords. Let's get some more clarity on these two. So, Queen of Cups. Tell me what's going on with the Queen of Cups. What's her current energy? What kind of energy is the Queen of Cups currently in? Current energy for the Queen of Cups. Angels, guides, higher beings. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. So we've got a Queen of Cups, illusions, testing the heart. Distractions from true spiritual growth. Tell me more, please, about the Queen. What's going on with the Queen? So this Queen is awakening from illusion. Tell me more, please. We've got deep emotional connection, mutual respect, choices that align with your values, action aligning with your heart. Still being reckless. Let's have a look at that. Efforts paying off. Maybe the Queen. Achieving desires. Efforts paying off. On the fence. She seems like she's in between some kind of illusion and some kind of moving on, moving towards something that is a more realistic, more practical, more wish fulfillment type of energy. What's blocking the Queen, please? What's blocking the Queen? Attached. Okay. Why attached? Cycles closing. So she's attached to a previous cycle. She's trying to move on from some kind of cycle. And perhaps the past cycle was reckless. And she's battling this. Wanting to move into choices that align with her heart. Yes, intentional connection, manifestation, setting intentions, personal power. So perhaps whatever conflict that was created in this connection, she's had time to rest, reflect, and she's kind of taking her part in it and trying to realign her true, authentic self. back with her actions. Let's get some clarity on the king, please. Tell me what's going on with the king. The King of Swords. What's going on with the King of Swords? The king is, yeah, he's been through a spiritual test through loss. Instability, disruption, suffering, worse by despair. Family could be involved, a group, a community. We also have possible financial hardships, social exclusion, separation. Something happened that was reckless that created this separation. And we've got bottled up. So the king is definitely defensive, definitely bottling up his feelings. We've got authority through tradition. So they could be heavily influenced by a family member or by a community. Tell me more about this King of Swords, please. But they are fixated on the loss of this connection because they are still facing the past. And they're mourning the version of themselves that they were with this queen. They're grieving what didn't work. But I still feel if we go back to the lock, you know, dropping the heavy burden, the victory was not worth the price. We have boundaries, so they may have put boundaries in place, but these boundaries cost the connection. I feel like now they want to drop a heavy burden and they want to create conditions where things can grow. I think they want to move fearlessly into a new chapter. Yeah, because their heart is broken. They want the courage to act, even if it's without guarantee. This is inner impulse over external expectation. Acts from alignment, not fear. So the King of Swords could have been acting out of fear when he put his boundaries in place, something that hurt him. But this is about soul timing and not social approval. So let's get the outcome, please, for these two, for the Queen of Hearts and the King of Swords. Tell me more, please. The Queen and the King. Moving into calmer waters. Moving from problems. Be mindful what you take. Transitions. Moving beyond. Deeper thinking. Tell me more, please. So somebody is trapped in thought about how they can move into calmer waters, how peace can be restored. And we've now got the Queen of Swords energy. So I feel like the Queen of Hearts wants to move into the Queen of Swords energy so that she can communicate with the King of Swords. Remember, we had her with the song. So she's trying to find her voice. She's trying to say the words that she wants to speak. But we've got here, she's had to go on a journey to find her center again during this separation. Possibly both of them have done this. And now progress and building something could come after a small offer, the first step, manifesting the first step. Yeah, because this in and out energy, this multiple choice energy, this illusionary energy requires more structure and holding everything in and being defensive is just creating stagnation, apathy, seclusion, illusion, feelings closed off. So it's possible that one or both of them have been looking back and in joking on my words, in nostalgia, and are now preparing to take some kind of step forward to drop this heavy burden and come forward with some kind of small, sweet gesture that could bring about a new, stable beginning, or maybe long-term investment, moving away from pain into the Ten of Cups and balance. Balance in the internal and the external. You know, balancing the devil with the Empress, moving from fear into growth. Let's get some cards on what the Queen wants to say. What does the Queen want to say, please? Tell me what the Queen wants to say in this situation. Unequal effort. So she knows there's the imbalance. I think it's very clear here. Unequal effort. Trust rebuild. So yeah, I think this is her trying to move into a more practical, away from the emotional, trying to balance that kind of Queen of Swords energy with the Queen of Cups energy, logic and emotion. Karmic partner. Third party influence. So there's definitely some interference here. Toxicity, past life experience, which has created a restless void, because when you're separated from somebody that you have a deep, deep, deep bond with. Also, we just had third-party influence and father figure came up. So this interference could be coming from a father figure, but there is this restless void that is hiding grief. Change is needed. I'm learning to navigate my emotions, but this is fated. I'm learning. I'm so sorry for hurting you. The energy cord is still active between these two. What does the King of Swords want to say, please? What does the King of Swords want to say? Reunion after karmic lesson. Tired, exhausted. Yeah, I get this with the Ten of Wands. Wanting to mix signals, so they're aware that the communication is not clear. Taking small steps, there's our pages. Half closure. Releasing control. Okay, so maybe the Emperor was about not trying to control the outcome. I'm scared I've lost you. Fear filter. So yeah, this person was definitely acting through their fear filter. I long to be together. Self-sabotage. I can't let go. I feel like these two really, really do want to come together. Let's get some final cards. Final cards, please. Messages for this connection. Tell me more, please. So we have protection. Stop overthinking. Protection. Stop overthinking. Deep replenishment. Yeah, we have this, don't we, with the lock. Protecting, safeguarding, while the heart rests. Call back your power. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Pleiades. Channeling and uplifting humanity. Yeah, because this connection is not the be-all and end-all of all humanity. I know that's hard to imagine when you really, really love someone and perhaps there's been hurt between the two of you and you're in separation. But we have got devotion. We've got tuned into the portal of your heart. Alignment. What is not aligned or needs to change? Where are you being called to journey to? We've got boundaries, the Tower. What lights you up? It does feel like the joy has been taken out of this situation. It's very, 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 very heavy. And with the Starseed card and what lights you up, I feel like there's a desperate need to return to some kind of joy, a basic joy, maybe a joy that doesn't focus only on yourself, a joy that focuses on others. Trust your path, we have here. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? What are you clinging on to? Whether this change is an individual change or a mutual change, I feel that it's time to connect with your divine consciousness, this is going back to the song, isn't it? What's authentic, what's inside, share your voice. No way. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. Wow. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. What is your soul calling you to do? You are divinely guided. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for being with me today. I really appreciate your support. I think I had a lot fewer errms in this reading. Take care, lots of love and light as always, and I'll see you on the next one.